can get closer, breaking these boulders, fight till it's over. No doubts, keep my composure. The road to the glory, I'll win for my closure. Looking in the mirror for protection, I want perfection. I see it all in my reflection. Bounded by these chains of aggression, I find direction. The top spot is my obsession. Bloody hands, my eyes wide, I got one chance. No sleep till I'm enhanced. Fight hard and keep my stance. Knuckle up, time to buckle up. I got one shot and I won't stop. One goal for the joy ride. I'm a champion, move aside. Yeah. Let's go. One goal for the joy ride. I'm a champion, move aside. Yeah. Let's go. One goal for the joy ride. I'm a champion. Move aside. Holyfield with the haymaker. Lights low like a silhouette. Wartime with the M.O.W.L. You get smoked like a cigarette. Get cut like a bayonet. It's my time. Gotta break through. Fourth down, game on the line. I'm energetic like an alkaline. Looking in the mirror for protection. I want perfection. I see it all in my reflection. Bounded by these chains of aggression. I find direction. The top spot is my obsession. Full force, I'm unleashed, so don't speak. Grandmaster, don't sleep. Victory, it tastes so sweet. Knuckle up, time to buckle up. I got one shot and I won't stop. One goal for the joy ride. I'm a champion, move aside. Yeah, I'm a champion. I know I'm a champion. Let's go. I'm a champion. I'm a champion. One goal for the joy ride. I'm a champion, move aside. C-H-A-M-P-I-O-N. I'm a champion, move aside. Place, I'm on the rise. C-H-A-M-P-I-O-N. One goal for the joy ride. I'm a champion. Move aside. Yeah. Let's go. One goal for the joy ride. I'm a champion. Move aside. C-H-A-M-P-I-O-N. I'm a champion. Move aside. First place, I'm on the rise. C-H-A-M-P-I-O-N. One goal for the joy ride. I'm a champion. Move aside.
All right, welcome back, everybody. So we're coming back from the first match with the Lion Seekers versus the Windy Wyverns, with the Windy Wyverns being on top. We are back for Game 2 today of the Mini Overwatch League. Today, the round is going to be the Lionhardts versus the Corsairs. And the first map we're going to be here is on Ilios. So let's go ahead and get in game here and get started.
This is Oasis.
This is Oasis. Did I say Ilios?
Yeah.
My bad. The first match in the last game was Ilios, so.
Yeah.
So starting off here, we do have a little bit. Yeah, close enough.
They've both got like some sort of ocean water thing.
Yeah. They both got some water in there. So to start off, we're just going to have a quick hero selection. We're going to see what the heroes have lined up. So we have the Lionhardts versus the Corsairs. Lionhardts are in orange and Corsairs are in blue. Taking a look, looks like the Lionhardts are going to be running a Ryan Diva composition against the Corsairs Ryan Zarya here. So pretty interesting lineup so far. Ryan and Diva have had some pretty good, teamwork together at some points if you can manage it pretty well.
Although one thing I'd like to point out is that the Corsairs are opting for a Ana Lucio, while the Lionhardts are opting for Bap Lucio.
That is something to note. Without Lucio, it's actually going to be very quick movement. You're going to see probably a lot of aggressive pushing. So already we got an Ice Wall, walks off Dash, and Dash is going to fall pretty quickly here. That's one tank out. And Rohog does get a little bit damaged. Let's get down to half. He is antied for a moment there. But looks like the Corsairs, again, another wall is going to be coming out here.
Benjamin gets
this time
walled off and taken down.
Benjamin, one. So second tank taken out.
Down as well.
Oh my gosh. It just looks like right now, nobody's actually capped the point at the moment. Wait, so the point has gone uncaptured. The Lionhardts have completely pushed forward and forgot to Have a
They're
point.
now going
Yeah,
back.
they're running back now.
Frosty gets kind of low. Gets out.
Frosty is able to away. Get a little bit of lag here.
Roadhog gets low.
Yeah, Benjamin
Mortality
going
comes out
in,
for the Lionhardts.
but quickly disappears. Oh, it's
gets
a massive
shattered.
4-man shatter there.
And the Lionhardts get taken
Oh yeah,
down.
Benjamin's able
Diva
to
on
completely
point.
wipe them out. And poor Frosty's taken out as well. It's a massive shatter. It's giving the Corsairs an advantage to take the point here. 4 people dropped from that. Quite an impressive one. Alright. Now seeing the Lionhardts coming back in with good speed, up and running to go into the point. Diva does take a little bit of damage at the start there, and we got a freeze coming in pretty early on into the fight.
Comes out. So does High Noon. High Noon
Oh,
catches
man.
J-Rut. Benjamin's frozen. Gets
Oh, it's a
nano,
counter!
takes out Roadhog.
Blink with
Blink
the
fights
counter.
with High Noon. Full supports.
Yeah, but it doesn't look like
Benjamin
Frosty
gets
is going to be
taken
getting
down, though.
away. Frosty just able to get away. Gonna die to, go ahead and going back up with the team. Oh, and immediately Blink takes out Aimlens? How do you pronounce that kind of name? I believe it's Aimlens, yeah. Ooh, but good shot in from the distance there. He's gonna be backing out here. They're not really holding that far forward. They're kind of holding up at the front door here. It definitely gives an option to be M.O.W.L, though. I mean, there it is. This comes in early with the M.O.W.L.
Window.
Oh, Window's gonna come out already, but
Benjamin. Aimlens gets taken out though.
oh, the dragon is able to get Roadhog.
Just gonna secure the team fight.
Yeah, that beat was not gonna be enough to save them.
Nope.
You see the Zarya just kind of holding him close. A little bit of a sassy spray there. Gonna start backing out though. Now we got Benjamin back up here on the front lines. He's gonna be holding up at the front door instead. Or before he was holding back at the wall.
He gives
Oh,
up
but
a
you
little
can.
space.
Oh,
Yes, Shatter
Jericho's early.
misses it.
Both Lucios are dead right now. J-Rod actually popping off at the moment, killing really everybody.
Benjamin gets taken down though, but it's not gonna be enough.
Oh, Aimlens trying for the cheeky high noon, but it won't be enough,
Corsairs are
no.
just gonna run away with that map.
And before Diev can recontest,
One shatter
Yeah.
from Benjamin is all it took to win that map.
yeah, then they could just hold it really well from there. It's a massive high noon that came in from the Kree. Really just a well kind of play out of their ultimates. How they kind of mashed them together and just played around with them really well. Benjamin is actually switching over to the Nope, never mind. Staying on the right. Looks like they're trying to decide what kind of tank lineup. Dash is still going to be playing on the Diva. So, we'll see how this one
Lionheart's
goes.
gonna go for a dive comp with Winston Diva. Winston
Oh,
Diva
yeah.
Sombra.
Ooh, very interesting. Just on that Sombra, let's see if they can get any value. And with the Doomfist as well from Aimlens.
Generally a pretty good comp.
Oh, yeah. It might be a little bit hard with the Lucio. They can get him quickly, but he's not going to have as much healing if everybody's kind of spread apart. We might see it a little bit as
Swinging at
Roadhog
Monkey.
and Frosty definitely going a little bit low here. And this is going to be early picked off. Aimless is going to follow and
Frosty gets
Roadhog.
charged,
Oh, yeah.
taken
Blink is
down by
absolutely
Benjamin.
popping off right now.
Oh my.
And this time, they're not going to forget to cap the point. No, they're going to get it without delay. J-Red does get taken out. He was a little bit in front of the shield there. Bit of a dangerous game if you're not careful. Sombra is going to be struggling a lot with his Diva on the point. Especially with that consistent... Oh, it's a massive
Good shatter from
shatter!
Benjamin. Frosty gets demacked. Blink pushing the Widow. Gets him. Then gets taken out by Sombra.
Oh, yeah, this takes him out, but I don't think the Sombra's going to last long unless they are able to kill Benjamin!
Benjamin.
And then the Diva gets hacked as well. It's a lot of damage and a lot of value, but the Sombra, they're not going to be able to do much by themselves. They got to play with their team. And the 2 picks are nice, but like the 5 picks that the Corsairs got is going to be better. You can see Dash is doing some quick checks. Oh, Benjamin takes out this! What a snipe. Lionhardt's going for the high ground here. Kind of just bouncing around it.
They can do that with only 3 people.
Yeah, now they're backing out. Whisper's going to be taken out.
Trying to get out, can't.
Unfortunate, for sure.
Just looking for a pick on Blink. Doesn't get it, gets headshot by J-Rut.
Oh, J-Rut comes in for the rescue. Oh, that's a tree. Hello. A little bit of a flank here from Hog. Oh, Hog gets J-Rut, but he doesn't get the kill. The bomb's going to come in, though. Immortality field comes out. Lucio is going to die. Whisper's going to die after that. J-Rut does get taken out, but Blink gets the revenge.
Pushes Bro Hog.
Oh, Blink is just absolutely MVPing this match right now. And that's going to be the end of this round. That's going to be the end of this round. We're going to go ahead and go back here. We're going to do a break, and we're going to start the second round here in just a minute. We'll see what the next map will be, and we'll switch over, and we'll be back with you in 5 minutes here. All right, coming back from the other end of this break, we are now playing on Havana. Very nice map, if you ask me. I really like Havana.
No.
Havana Unama. You know, great thing about Havana, it is really hard to cap the third point, honestly. So I'm kind of eager to see what we're going to see around that point. In terms of tank lineups, we got Frosty and Rohog running that double shield composition that you'll normally see. It does look like the Lionhardts are having a little trouble deciding what they want to run in terms of healers, though. See a Mercy and a Baptiste.
At Mercy.
Meanwhile, on the Corsair side, we're seeing Benjamin and Dash running a Ball and Zarya composition. Very interesting. Blink is going to be on the Tracer. Kind of fits the name if you ask me. J-Red's going to be on the Hanzo. We've seen him playing that this whole match so far and doing pretty well at it as well. And we're seeing Bap Lucio on this team comp instead. Let's go ahead and see how this is going to look. They're changing it up here, actually, to a Monkey Zarya comp instead. You can always change that composition at the start and spawn when you're a defender, but when you or an attacker, when you're a defender, it's gonna be a little more difficult.
You're looking for a pick on the Ashe, doesn't get it.
Oh, very
Not
close
yet, at
though.
least. Gets it.
Oh, early pick onto the Ashe there. With Benjamin diving in there, doing a good bit of damage.
It does a good amount of damage.
Oh yeah, a little bit of cleanup. He can do a little bit of both here. He gets the cleanup for when a lot of damage comes in from J-Red, but when he does a lot of damage, then J-Red's the one that's doing all the cleanup, getting all the kills at the end there. We're seeing Dash absolutely going ham in on them right now. And then Blink, what is Blink doing? They're back in their spawn. Very interesting. We switch over on Monkey from Brohog here, and then Frosty's going to go onto the Diva instead. But Blink making space here. Quite a bit, actually. Benjamin does appear to be in a bit of trouble here. It looks like he's just going to get away.
For a pulse.
There's a big group teaming here. Oh, it gets eaten!
Eaten!
It touched it onto the Reaper. The Reaper fades, and then the Diva eats the bomb. What a little... That's a wonderful bit of tech right there. I've never seen that before. We do see the tanks for the Reinhardts are going a little bit aggro into the back line there.
Link is taken out by Rohog.
And now poor JMO is going to get taken out by Frosty. Yeah, this is going to take out Benjamin. But we're going to see Brohog fall and Frosty as well. Oh, Grav going to come out. An interesting one here. Kind of at the end of the team fight.
Blink looking like he might DC here.
Uh-oh.
What is he doing? That wouldn't be good.
No. If he does DC, we know how to pause the match now.
Well, it looks
He
like
did have to restart his computer during the middle of the match. Interesting, Benjamin's kind of sitting still.
Paused,
Okay.
paused the match.
Yep, we're going to go ahead and pause the match here. A little bit of a oopsie. So yeah, how are you doing, Flex?
I'm doing good. How about you?
I'm doing just fine. Other than that DC, it does look like looks like the Reinhardts are kind of holding together here. The kind of dive-ish composition is working pretty well. We saw it on the last map as well. They're running that kind of dive comp, and they're kind of struggling with it against the Corsairs. With that, I believe the Dayav Olesa is having some trouble keeping up with the healings because the only other option was Whisper with the Moira. And those are both proximity heals. And when you have characters that go into the backline, unless you're yeeting balls and really good at wall raiding, it's going to be a little bit hard to keep those people up, especially if they're splitting up targets. That's the trouble with dive. It's got to be very well coordinated. Otherwise, it could be kind of detrimental. But it's interesting to see dive on attack here on Hanamura. The defenders do get a bit of high ground. That's why I thought maybe the attackers might have gone more dive to claim that kind of high ground.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have any status on what's going on with Blink here? Do we know if he's almost back yet?
Not that I know.
All right. Perhaps we'll go ahead and switch over to a quick break then. And we'll be back. We'll give it 5 minutes and we'll see what it's saying here. And then once they come back in, we'll go ahead and resume the game. So give us 1 minute here, everybody. Play a bit of music quietly. All right, so we got Blink back here. We're going to go ahead and unpause the match and go back in game. Here we go. A little bit of an internet problem here. Oh, and we see. Had to commit transcendence, jammed it, otherwise he would have gotten taken out by the Winston there. They're having to back out a little bit. We're seeing the J-Right did get picked out by Frosty.
Primal looking for Jammo.
Oh, the Sombra's able to take out, set up blood.
Oh, Jammo gets taken down.
It was an early
no healing
hit
right
on him.
now.
Poor Blink is hacked right now. He's not going to survive that. Even though like he just disconnected and rejoined, we can see that Blink is already like 58% to his ultimate. He's very good at building it. We see J-Rat.
Kree though.
J-Rat kind of on the flank here. This is interesting. Kind of sticking behind. I think it looks like he was found.
Big boop from
He's gonna
Jammo
go ahead and use
taken
his
out,
ultimate.
though.
J-Rat is going to get noticed here. He isn't going to be able to sneak around behind. Aim is going to get taken out by J-Rat on the flank there. We see poor Frosty is being a little bit bullied here. They're probably not going to be able to get away from this. Unless that healing from the Moira comes through. Frosty is absolute 1 HP. Benjamin is going to fall to Frosty, coming back out from the back. But J-Rat popping off yet again with 2 kills. Almost gets a third, but Blink is going to steal that kill from him. But it doesn't matter where the kills come from. As long as the kills are coming in, the round's going to keep going on here. Frosty, still able to survive, just gets demeched right at the end there. Oh, poor Frosty. Still alive! Somehow. Frosty is the master escapist. It's a big EMP, connects with 5 people. Setup is going to be taken out by the Sombra. The beat is going to come out.
Is taken out.
I knew it's going to come out, takes out Frosty.
Oh, Blink
Now we
finds
see
3.
Blink doing what he does again, getting the kills in once more, clutching it out for his team. Grab is going to come out. He gets stunned out of the high.
Burlog really low, gets taken down. Nobody's going to be able to touch.
And the point is captured here. This is the more interesting one here. The third point is always the hardest to cap, especially at the end due to the spawn advantage. And this last little point is going to be a lot of long distance. So having Dis on Reaper and aim on the Genji might be a little bit difficult. Especially when you have J-Rat on the Hanzo. And with the performance that he's been showing us so far, he's going to get a lot of value here. Blink as well, with a hit scan, is going to get a lot of range to work with. We do see aim actually switch over to Widowmaker. And Dis is going to go Genji instead. Window is coming out on the side of the Corsairs here. It's going to be taking out Dis early on. And aim is going to be taken out as well. Knocked off by the Winston. Now going to see an Arisa Sigma coming out on the side of the... I'm so bad at names. The Lionhardts. My bad.
Emmons on the Bastion.
Oh. The Desperation picked the Bastion here just to try to get that final little bit. They're in an odd spot, especially with the Hanzo is just sniping into them. They got some trouble getting some value, I imagine, just kind of sitting out in the open there. Frosty is going to be taken out at the end there. The Bastion is dead. The Lamp's going to be coming out on the side of the Lionhardts, but it's not going to be enough. Poor Whisper, the lone fighter, is going to be taken out by Benjamin's rolling. Blink is going to go ahead and do a high noon, a zoning ult, if you will. It takes out Frosty before the recontest can even start. Aimlins is going to be killed by Benjamin in spawn, and it looks like it's just going to be a quick cap here. Oh, well, not if this has anything to say about it. Recontesting on the Tracer, and then you got Brohog on the Diva as well to get the recontest going. Frosty coming in on ball just to get a little bit further contest. Double slam coming in.
Benjamin gets a good pile drive though.
Oh, Whisper's going to be taking out Jam. That might be the start of a good pick here.
Frosty's low. If they can kill him, that's gonna be
Set up
big.
one again. But Ray gets a kill on the healer.
C9
Oh,
with
Benjamin! Not just a C9, kills both of the tanks right at the end then.
Score 0-3. Switching sides.
The payload all the way at the end of the map here. I imagine this is going to be a tough one for the Lionhardts to try to complete as well. Especially with the DPS lineup that the Corsairs have been running with. Just with how well Blink has been doing on the various heroes from Tracer to McCree. And then J-Res just hitting all the shots as Hanzo as well.
Ready for battle.
And once again, back on the Hanzo.
Stick together. We will complete our mission.
Blink seems to be a little bit confused on what to play right now.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
We can see there's a Hog and a Sigma.
Zarya Balcom, Corsairs.
Oh, this one doesn't seem to be a little ironic here. They're coming on the defense team, so Ball Zarya on defense is going to be a bit of an interesting play. I'm curious to see how it's going to work.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Ball looks like setting up for something a little bit cheeky here.
Stop the payload.
Oh, messes up his roll, however. Wall's gonna be coming out. You got aim on the Widowmaker. Get some value and they kill each other! Oh, another wall coming out. Blink is kind of being aggressive with these Mei walls right now. Brohog is in the front lines, just kind of tanking it. But he's not going to survive long, especially with all the damage coming in. And surprisingly enough, this tank lineup between Benjamin and Dash is kind of working here. Not something I would normally or originally expect, especially on a defense team if you're going against something with a shield, but the ball is making a bit of space. Fire is going to be in the sky here. This is playing with the Mercy Pocket. Takes out setup.
In their spawn to get Brohog.
And Brohog still survives too!
They finish
Oh.
off there.
Spoke too soon. You see, this is kind of in their spawn right now.
This though.
Clearing the area.
The payload is finally starting to move out with the help of this, taking out those that are just hiding in a spawn. Still, right now, you can see that Benjamin's kind of just toying with his food. He does get rocked out of his ball mode. Oh, Blink taking out the Widow enemy team here. Oh, poor Brohog did use his ultimate. He got stunned out of it, unable to heal. Minefield is going to come out on the payload. Just a bit of a zoning ult here. And it looks like the Corsairs are going to be stabilizing on this fight. Yeah, Whisper's unable to get away. You can see Aim is still trying to get some early value in. But Blink on that Mei is making it a little bit harder with all the walls. And J-Ret gets the cleanup.
Let's take him down.
I am empowered.
Frosty lost his parry pretty quickly. This has got to be careful. If he gets taken out by either Blink or J-Ret, it's just going to be another advantage Corsairs are going to have here.
Clearing the area.
Aim one's on sight. See what he can do with it. Get set up, blood.
Picks out the Ana though. Pretty good distance.
60 seconds remaining.
Looking for J-Rut.
J-Rut is kind of fighting it here. Just trying to stay alive, hiding behind the car as to not get sniped out by aim. This is up in the sky. J-Rut's trying to go for him.
Oh, Benjamin and Zarya both low for the Corsairs.
Yeah, but Frosty's taken out. Aim
Yep,
is killed as
Zarya's taken
well.
out. I'm not even gonna try and pronounce their name.
Which character?
Zarya for the Corsairs.
Zarya for the Corsairs. I just call him Dash. Oh, big bomb. But Brohog is pretty
One's
quick to
looking for
take him out.
J-Rut, doesn't hit the shot. Oh, can maybe get break? Doesn't.
No, that Graviton was a little bit hard from Frosty. One froze, one got bubbled. The far is going to die to Jay right here. Brohog is putting in some work as well. Oop, that's not him. Oh my gosh, just in the back line, absolutely destroying. Interesting grab, yeah, coming in. Dash is unable to get away. They're going to cap this in overtime. Yeah, he's unable. And J-Rat is kind of left in the dark here. He is. A desperate attempt to try to make them stop, but the Primal is going to come out here.
Set up
Pretty good play. The Widow, though! Aimlens and J-Rum taking each other out right now. But now Brohog is just up here doing all the work, getting a lot of value in. Especially around the last fight in the first point, they got a lot of damage into there, and they were able to get, basically from him, cap the point. The being up front here is going to be a little bit in trouble. He might just get out. It just gets out. Now we're kind of seeing Dash here is kind of in the front line and almost taken out. Immortality committed from both teams here. You can see Dash getting a lot of energy from this fight right now. You can see Brohug is kind of in their backline, just trying to put in as much work as possible, but he does die at the end. And it looks like the Corsairs are going to be stabilizing for this fight. Interesting shatter. Not sure what they shattered there. Frosty just trying to, prove a point. Oh, I'm sorry. That was shatter from Benjamin. Frosty just switched over.
60 seconds remaining.
So this May is not going to be alive to tell tale here. Definitely looking a little bit tragic here for the
Jammo gets taken down
Lionhardts.
by Aimlens.
Oh, it could be the opening that they need to continue here.
Maybe looking for another pick.
Another pick, yeah. You can see a lot of them just hiding in the corner there, especially Blink with the Baptiste. He's going on the big push here. But Blink is going to take out Aim.
Blink and Frosty takes out Benjamin.
It's pretty even right now. This fight can still go either way at the moment. With a lot of healing going into Brohog right now. Frosty could use a little help. The wall comes out, but it's not enough. He gets taken out. Blink is going for the high noon here. Is able to take out Brohog. Not with the high noon, but with a normal shot instead. Shadow's going to come out from Benjamin.
Blink gets Aimlens again.
Oh, and this is just doing everything they can to stall for as long as possible.
Hoping to stay
But
there
setup
long
is gonna
enough
get
for
him.
Frosty to get there. But Frosty, what is he doing? Takes the long way around and pays for it.
Match is going to the Corsairs.
Play of the game.
J-Rod, let's see this play. Did he snipe the Pharah? Oh,
Yeah,
but a
snipe
headshot,
out of the
that's
Pharah
nice.
there. And then takes out the monkey. No, doesn't take out the monkey. It's just the
That was
Pharah.
play.
Interesting play, but we'll go ahead and take this
Ultimate
back to the lobby.
shutdown, yes.
And we're going to go for a break here. It was an ultimate shutdown. So we'll go ahead and do a break. We'll be right back with the next round. Don't go anywhere. All right, coming back on the side of the break here, we're now going to be playing on Hanamura. We were actually just at this match in the last time of the game. Uh-oh, it looks like Flexiel might have disconnected. So, I guess I'll be alone for a little bit here. We actually saw Hanamura on the last match from today earlier as well, with the Lion Sinkers versus the Wyverns. So this time we have the Lionhardts versus the Corsairs on the exact same map. This time we're going to be seeing a teleport strat, looks like coming out from Blink to start us off. This is also going Symmetra as well, an interesting pick to have a Symmetra on the defense, but not an unwelcome one to be sure. Having the turrets up on the point are going to be pretty easy for defense, especially if they teleport straight onto point, and they're going to get a lot of damage coming in. We're going to be seeing Frosty on the Reinhardt and Bro on actually the Sigma today. Meanwhile, Dash and Benjamin are going to be running a Winston Reinhardt composition instead. Oh, make that a Rein Zarya composition. Very much a dive comp. You can see a little bit of a tech there from Hog getting up onto the high ground. We're going to get a little bit of work in. The teleporter is going to go out. And just as predicted, a lot of damage is going to be coming in. Setup is going to be taken out early. With the turret set up at the beginning, we're going to see a lot of damage coming in. Especially with this more central comp, we're actually seeing Corsairs kind of fall apart to it. But Brohug does take out Benjamin. J-Rat is also going to be taken out by AIM. Kind of looks like the Wyverns, not the Wyverns, I'm sorry, I'm still in the last game mindset. Not the line. Oh my gosh, what are these people's names? The Corsairs are really fighting to keep this here. AIM is kind of putting in a little bit of work, but Benjamin coming in with 3 kills is going to be enough to stabilize the match, it looks like, for right now. His HP is pretty low. He's taking a lot of damage right now, but the heals are coming in. He's going to just misses the pin on the ball. The ball. Chances are he might not get out of this alive. Unless he's slippery enough, in which case he just might. He is definitely being very slippery right now, getting the health back, rolling back into the point, getting a little bit of damage, but it's not enough to get the defense done. All I can do is harass the Baptiste and then get out. Tactical reset here with the fast response are still available. Blink still waiting on a cooldown for a teleporter right now. So they're going to decide to go main instead. Walking down the center, probably waiting for a teleporter yet again to come through so that they can teleport onto the point. With the Widow up here on the high ground, it's going to be getting a little bit of value just while they're waiting to get through. Does get booped off by the Lucio, can't get a lot of value. With them hiding this close, it's going to be hard. With J-Rat especially shooting arrows right up into there. Guarding that window, making sure that his team is going to be safe for the move that they want to go with. But they just kind of seem like they're not sure what they want to do. All just kind of sitting out in choke right now, just kind of waiting. Well, beat comes out early. Preemptive beat. You're going to see J-Rat's not going to take the teleporter. He is going to get pinned. Just gets away with the shatter to save his life. Immortality field from both teams coming out. Window's going to be coming out. Wall just to follow along. But there you see Dash is getting 2 kills, getting lots of value in right now. Blink is also coming in with their laser, going to get some good stuff doing. This is going to be taken out. And Blink as well, unable to get the work in for it. And despite their best efforts, the Mercy can't get the res. Blink is also going to be wiping them out as well. Frosty is coming in just to try and contest here. Whispers as well. It's not looking that good right now. Looking like the point might be going towards the Corsairs here. Oh, and AIM is just going to get wiped out with a pile drive here. Despite his best efforts, Frosty is not going to be able to get the defense he needs to get any kind of eliminations. Right now, it's just a stalling game. There's no way that the Corsairs can win unless they pull out a miracle at the moment. I'm sorry, I mean the Lionhardts. We do see they're coming back. They're recontesting. Bro does get slept. J-Rut absolutely popping off at the moment. He does get shattered. Hops back up. The ball is going to start harassing him here in the back line though. Frosty is going to be taken out early again. Well, not early. He's going to be taken out by Jam here in the attempt to recontest. Blink is going to be wiped out by McCree. Switch. Dragon's coming in. Splits the point in half with the minefield as well. Counter minefield dropping in as well. Visor from Dis here just to try to contest a little bit longer, getting kind of eliminations. The stall time is absolutely insane, but with all the eliminations coming in from the... I'm sorry, what are their names? The Corsairs. I gotta get better at that. J-Rut is gonna get a kill onto the Moira. Blink is gonna be taken out early by Aimless. The Lionhardts are coming in for a strong recontest, but Dash does get nanoed here. It's gonna take out Frosty's mech, and J-Rut is gonna be taken out by Brohog. Frosty is gonna be wiped out as well, but Set Blood is gonna be taken out by Whisper. It's just a recontest strategy here. Right now from the ball. And Benjamin is going to have to back out. There's no way he can get any more value off of this. An absolute miracle defense here from the Lionhardts. Right now we're at a score of 2-0. This is map 3. If the Corsairs win this map, then they will win the games for the day and they will get a point into the league. But right now, the Lionhardts are holding up a strong defense. Oh, J-Rut is getting taken low. A little bit of damage coming in from the choke. Just kind of stand there without a shield. It's especially hard if he doesn't have the coverage. But he's going to take out Brohog. Doesn't even know he's right behind him. Beat's going to come out here. We see some mines coming in as well from the Corsairs. Brohog is going to try to do a little bit of contesting. Grav is coming out from Benjamin. Dragon's coming in from J-Rod as well. It's going to take out both the tanks. Blink is going to be taken out early, but J-Rod is going to take out Whisper. This is going to come over and kill the Lucio, though. Benjamin is taken out. Dis is taken out as well. J-Rod's going to get post-spawned by Dis. Both Hogs are on the point now. A desperate attempt to recontest. Frosty's coming with a little bit of damage. And another miracle recontest is coming in here. J-Rod does get rest, but he has no chance of survival. He's going to get hooked. He's going to have to just run for his dear life, but there's no way. He's going to get out from a whole team chasing him.
30 seconds remaining.
With 30 seconds left on the clock, it's actually looking like the Corsairs are having a little bit of trouble pushing through the defense of the Lionhardts. Oh, and early off, Benjamin is going to get caught out, separated from his team. He's going to be wiped out early. Dashes also killed themselves. Interesting. There's going to be a res coming in on that set, but they're unable to touch. And the point, it's not going to be fully capped. Meaning that the Lionhardts do have a chance to win this match.
Initiating match.
There's only 66.6% for the Lionhardts need to capture. And then they'll get the first win of not just this game, but so far of their career. So we'll see what kind of attack they can pull off here. And what they'll be running for their attacking run. First off, a Doomfist. That kind of seems to be the only thing that's picked so far. So while they're selecting their heroes, we're going to be seeing J-Ret once again on the Hanzo. We've seen him pretty much playing Hanzo this entire time. We're going to see Blink on the Ashe instead with a normal Ryan Zarya comp and a Mercy Ana heal comp, which is pretty good. An Ana on this map is a really nice pick to have, especially in the backline. But if the Lionhardts do decide to go with the teleport strat, she could be easily caught off guard. But it doesn't look like that's what we're going to be having with a Widow. No, they might be actually here. Switching over to a Symmetra. Widow and Symmetra coming in terms of the Lionhardts. They might be doing a teleport strat. In which case, Gem might find themselves in a little bit of trouble if they teleported on top of. They get dove. It could be trouble. From both teams, standard Ryan Zarya comps coming through. Blink already with a lot of damage, but Aim is going to get it. teleport, goes up to the high ground right behind Blink. Gets taken out before they even have time to react. They take up the high ground and move behind. Benjamin tries to go for a charge, but he's taken out quickly. Roadhog is slept on the point, but they are quick to take this. Oh, they don't have a... They're going to have a massive time back in order to take the next point. And if they can take it, then it'll be a 2-1, and we'll have to go into our next round. It's looking much better for the Lionhardts on this map here, as opposed to how they were looking before. On the last map, they were really struggling just to get anywhere. Looks like we're going to have the Lionhardts going down main, teleporting up to the top point instead. Benjamin goes for a pretty early charge, but they're not dropping. They're kind of just hiding up here on the high ground right now. A lot of damage coming in. Goes for a pin, but doesn't manage to hit anything. Shatter's going to come in. It's not going to get any connections. The immortality is going to fall. Setup is going to die to aim. Who's set up on the high ground, completely uncontested. Beat drop is going to come in. Keeping up the Lionhardts for a good while. Lionhardts have a lot of eliminations. All they got to do is capture 2/3 of the point. Bob's going to be coming in, doing a bit of damage, doing a bit of contesting as well. It's a lot of health, so it's going to be a great time to recontest. Giving the Corsairs time to come back. They do take out the Widow. With the turrets on point. This is turrets take out Dash before he can complete any more recontest. The ball's going to come in. He's going to be struggling a little bit, walled off with the Mei right next to him. Just swing around, doing a little bit of recontesting. Jay is taken out early here. We see Frosty fall as well, followed by Brohog. This might be where the Corsairs are able to get back together. As Whisper falls, the Lionhardts are going to have to back out, and the Corsairs are going to be taking the point for this fight. Just a little bit of spam damage in from Dash here. We gotta be careful, might get a little bit hit there as well. With Lucio next to him, it's gonna be alright with the heals coming in. Probably looking to eat a Fire Strike just to deny that ultimate charge from the Reinhardt. Yeah, there it is, just trying to eat it. Wall's gonna come in. It saves Brohog's life, who's about to charge right in. As they're pushing through, Benjamin is gonna have to move. Another big wall comes out. It almost kills. Well, it's going to complete team fight here. They push right in. It was a risky wall, though. Benjamin could have died very easily if they had not had dropped the wall. But we see J-Ret is probably not as comfortable on the Mei as they are, say, on their Hanzo. Just kind of putting up walls wherever they could. Holding on to that Blizzard, getting ready for this next fight here. Fire Strike in early. We see more damage being poked at by the D.Va here. Dash just trying to get a little bit of work in. The Widow goes for a very ballsy move. Any better aim and they would have gotten away with it. A huge ice wall. The first one, big one we've seen from J-Rod so far. Wall's going to come out on the side of the Lionhardts. So is the grab, but we can see the Corsairs using their freeze here. Window's going to come out. Bomb coming out. Ultimate's going through on every side. Huge shatter. Roadhog getting a massive shatter in here. And this could be it. They've won this match. Just when it was starting to look dire, they got together, held a strong defense, and an even stronger offense. So that's going to be the end of this match, and we're going to be going on to another map to see who will win. First, we see a very nice play here. They push in there. We're going to go ahead and hop over to a quick break, and we're going to continue into the next match. And I'll see you all in just a minute. All right, coming back from the other side of this match here, we are now moving on to King's Row. So let's go ahead and hop in here and take a look. This is, again, another map that we saw earlier today as well. This is the map that the Windy Wyverns versus the Line Sinkers were playing on.
Ready for battle.
And we see it's again in rotation, another very popular map. Taking a look at what we got here, we can see Orion Zarya looks like from both sides here. Jared's actually going to be staying on the Mei, despite them looking like they were kind of struggling during the fight on Hanamura. Aimlens is going to be playing Mei as well, so copy Mei. So we're going to have Blink on the McCree, but this is going to be on the Hanzo. Despite his best efforts, it does not look like Frosty is going to let anyone stay on the high ground and do any kind of high peeking. They're definitely shooting up at the high to make sure there's no snipers or anything. They do not know that snipers haven't come out yet. A lot of damage coming in from Aimlens. A wall's going to be coming out from both sides. Oh, Aimlens gets caught out there. When the time Jam also got caught out, was killed. Immortality is going to have to come out on both sides. Whispers is going to be the first one to fall. We can see that the Corsairs are going to have theirs up still. The Benjamin is going to fall to Brohog though, and they're going to start pushing forward. Setup is going to die first, and then taking out Dash. The Zarya is definitely putting in a lot of work to make sure that this fight goes their way. But they're pushing forward all the way up to their spawn. Are they going to be able to touch it? Definitely see Frosty trying their best with 43 charge. Quickly dropping all the way built up to 80%. Brohog's just kind of playing the corner here, keeping himself safe, making sure things are fine. Wants to get everything off. Massive shower takes out Jam. He gets flashed and he's unable to confirm anything else. The other shatter is completely counter here, matched with the Graviton instead. It's going to kill out on setup Blood, and then Dis is going to take out Blink. Frosty is going to take on Benjamin. Dash and Jayra are going to fall next. And once again, the Lionhardts are actually going to have a very solid defense this round. I don't know what changed here, but suddenly they're working very well together. It could be Jayra struggling, switching back onto the Hanzo now. We did see a lot of success with their Hanzo, so they're probably switching back in hopes to make it work a little bit stronger here. So a lot more mirror conflicts up. Aimlens is now playing on the Tracer instead. Kind of hiding up on the high ground here, trying to get a pick. Blink is going to be taken out early by Dis, though. An early pick is really good. Dis is going to die to J-Rut, though. And a massive pulse bomb from Aimlens kills 3 of them. And from that point, it's all just cleanup. poor Jayra is not going to be able to get out of this one alive. There is no way. He is able to take out Whisper, though, before he dies, but he does, in fact, die. It is a good pick, however. The respawn advantage for the Lionhardts is a lot lower than the respawn advantage for the Corsairs here. So if they want to take advantage of it, they got to move now. Looks like I'm going to start moving through the hotel instead. Swinging around, getting a little bit grabbed in there. Shatter just to be sure. Dragon's going to come through, but it's not going to get any kills. In fact, Brohog's going to fall to the dead. I bet Blink absolutely destroying here. It looks like this might be the cap. Frosty does get 2, but they're not going to be able to get out alive. One flash ember is all it takes. Or J-Rat does get the longer spawn, has to do the walk back along with Jam. We'll just kind of strolling back, punching the air in frustration. A little bit angry that they kind of got left behind, but that's okay. See their tanks. Or the Corsairs is pushing forward a little bit. Kind of playing it safe. Shatter goes into the shield, nothing connected there. We can see if Brohog, when he builds up his Shatter, if he gets something a little more successful. It's a big grab though! And complete near... Oh, it is a complete team wipe there. It's going to give him a lot of space to push the payload. Baptiste is kind of going to be doing it back here alone, but Jarrett might join him just a bit. We see the tanks are in fact moving quite a bit forward. Blink is trying to get a bit of value on that Kree. With the Genji coming in, it might be a little bit more difficult, but we've seen him do some amazing plays so far. Deadeye comes out, takes out the barrier. Oh, but Benjamin with the anti and the slept complete charge into the backline isn't able to get any value. Pulse bomb comes off with no value to go for it. Shatter's going to come in. It takes out Super. And with the eliminations coming through, it's looking like the Lionhardts have stabilized just before the capping of the last point there. Very lucky as well. Poor Jaemon is going to be fighting with Dis, but Dis is not able to get the elimination. Unable to assassinate. And the Yana's going to get away. And we can see Amen's being a little bit sneaky here. Kind of in the back line, trying to go for a cheeky play. Doesn't know that the McCree's below them. Oh, but J-Ret knows.
Ever get that feeling, deja vu?
A little bit of a shaky aim. Gets stunned and is unable to confirm the elimination. Big grab comes through. Dragon's going to come up, but it's just too late to be able to get any kind of confirmations, except on Whiskers, who somehow gets caught inside of it. Reinhardts are duking it out right now, but Brohog is going to be the one that falls. Frosty's going to die to a anti-grenade, and it looks like with a pin onto D, they're going to have the point. Point 2 going to the Corsairs. Well, aim's tucking and weaving. Just misses to reflect on the fire strike. Could have been a little bit of extra charge there. They do have their ultimate though. They're ready to use it. We see Shatter is on both sides, ready to come out. This is probably waiting for Frosty, but Frosty's going to take a while. They might just end up going with the Nano alone. There it is, Nanoblade going in. He does get grabbed, his solo grabbed, but reflects the Deadeye back into Blink, but eventually does die to Dash. J-Rod's going to be pinned out by Brohog as well. It might be, yeah, it's looking like it might be a hold here. Definitely a hold. With the eliminations coming through, one by one, just picked off. The poor Corsairs can't get a footing here. They're going to have to stand back and get back together if they're going to have a chance of pushing this. They start to push together early as some of their teammates aren't quite ready yet. And we can see Brohog being a little cheeky here. Probably looking for a massive, massive shatter. And he hits it! A 3-man shatter! Oh, but Blink comes through with a massive rebuttal for it. He takes out Brohog and Dis in his anger. Dash is going to be taking out the Ana, and then Aimlens is going to go behind him. Frosty's going to be falling to Dash as well, and the mortality field is not enough to keep him alive as Whiskers is next to fall. It was a massive shatter, but Blink just comes in and absolutely saves it afterwards. Blink just kind of holding them in place. Grab's going to come in, hold them in place here. Window's coming through as well. J-Right with 3 kills! And a 4th! That's going to be the first round going towards the Corsairs. It was a little shaky there at the end.
0 to 3. Switching sides.
Just a bit. But as the DPS comes through, absolutely clutch.
Initiating match.
See, the payload has made it all the way to the end here. And it's going to be hard for the Lionhardts to be able to pull that off as well. But if they can pull it off with a good time bank, they have a pretty good chance of winning this. With only 36 seconds left on the time bank for the Corsairs here. Go back to the center of the map right at the start, and we'll see what we're going to run. I'm going to see the Corsairs on attack instead, or defense instead. Running standard Ryan comp with the Blink on McCree and Jira on Hanzo once again. It's pretty much the exact same lineup here, except we're going to be seeing some switches here in terms of the Lionhardts. This is going to be going Genji and Aimless on the Doomfist instead. Oh, this switching over to Mei. We're not going to know for a fact, for certain, what they're going to be switching until the gates open and they push out into the choke. But as the round starts, they're kind of just hanging out around the front here. Around the point, not really holding forward, all except for Benjamin. Go for an early fire strike, but it looks like they're going to be holding back the corner. An interesting spot for sure. He gets a bubble, but he doesn't get too much value of it. Big healing nade coming in. Another massive fire strike. He's going to start backing up a bit as the Doofus starts to bully him just a bit. Dis has already fallen early, and then Aimlins goes as well. Oh, a pin onto D as well. And Benjamin is just kind of going crazy here. He's not scared to die. He does get pinned, but he comes out with 69 HP. Does die to the swing, but J-Rat is able to avenge him. It's just the healers right now. Just holding back, just kind of hiding. It's going to be a little bit tougher now that their main tank is gone, but if the Lionhardts don't push in here, then the main tank is going to... The main tank difference is going to be a big thing here. Well, already it looks like... Yes, a massive shatter. Counter shatter does come in. It only knocks down Frosty, though. The D is going to be taken out. Counter pin, but doesn't matter. The Corsairs here. Absolutely massive attack. Taking out a lot of the enemy. And Blink kind of coming around just to do something a little bit cheeky here. It's going to start backing out. It's not worth it. Not worth your life. Especially when we're doing kind of this kind of damage. A massive graviton in here. The window is going to cause a little bit of damage, but that fire strike is going to take out the immortality rather quickly. Deadeye does come out from Blink. Doesn't get any value though. Frosty getting in a lot of damage. Going into the backline, does get flashed here. Doesn't have enough for a full fan of the hammer, but he might take out Blink. No, Blink gets the kill instead. A big shatter coming out here. But Whisper absolutely putting in the work, just TPSing it all the way. Gets all the eliminations that they need to finish capping the point. They all start to push forward. No one's actually moving back to move the payload, however. Ambulance, looks like maybe they're waiting for a grapple, maybe just kind of hanging back for a second. And it's going to be Day that's going to be starting to push the payload. A big wall is going to block off Benjamin here. Oh, he's just able to get away with his life. We see Blink is on the high ground here. It's going to be starting putting a lot of work. The freeze does come out here. Immortality field is going to be used. Window is going to follow it as well. With J-Rat getting a little bit of value in. This is taken out. It's going to be an advantage, especially as Benjamin falls. It's going to be a great advantage towards the Lionhardts here. Window is going to come out for Lionhardts, but Whisper's going to die before we can do it. Setup Blood is going to fall to the window, though. Get a little bit of revenge from Aimlins. Aimlins is now going on the flank turret, getting a better angle. But they know that he's here. They can see him. So they go for a Graviton here. Oh, Brohawk does get shattered, but it's a huge ice wall to save him. He's able to get away. The Nano does come out. He's just barely going to be able to get out here. Mistimed charge onto the Frozen May. But with all that aggression, even if there isn't a lot of kills coming through, it definitely looks like the Lionhardts are going to back up. On top, Benjamin gets shattered. He gets away. Blink is going to take out Ainlands with the High Noon. Beat's going to come out as well just to try to save the others, but Ainlands is not going to be as lucky. Kind of a useless ice wall there. Another big grab is only actually going to catch Frosty until Brohawk does back up into it. Pushing forward is slapped and then is taken out by Benjamin's Fire Strike. Immortality Field is just going to be a little bit too late there. Blink is going to get another kill onto Whisper, and this might be a stabilization for these, for the Corsairs here. Kind of playing a dangerous game here with Aimlins, just kind of hiding up there, running back and forth. Does eventually get taken out. But you can't say you didn't have a little fun. Oh, Frosty is in here with the Graviton Surge here. Probably hoping to get a big one. But we can see that Benjamin is also with a Shatter. Frosty kind of on the flank here. It's a massive grab. Oh, it's a massive amount of damage as well. The kills are going to start coming through. Blink is unable to get in with his Deadeye, but is able to take out both supports before he finally dies to Aimlens. Now it's Brohawk's turn for a big play. He's got his Shatter ready, as does Benjamin. Going to see how they both do. The Sigma's gonna come out from Dash this time. A big Shatter gonna come through. Benjamin's gonna be taken out here. Dash is gonna fall quickly after though. And then J-Ra as well falls to Frosty. They're gonna start pushing this quite forward, pretty much up to the end of the map, just to get as much space as possible so DPS can make a lot of room. There's a lot more open spot here right at the end. A big Shatter is going to come out. It's going to hit Brohawk. He's going to fall pretty quickly. But then you see Aimlens is in the backline. He died to J-Ret. He'll get a kill on Super though, but with the kill advantage right now, Super is going to be able to respawn much quicker. J-Ret putting a lot of damage into that shield right now. Just trying to break it down, whittle it down. Every little bit counts. Aimlens is going to come in and then quickly get out before he can get any hurt. Freeze is going to come in from Dis. Not going to get too much value. Dragon's going to come through. Ice Wall coming in. Aimlens is going to get caught into the Dragons. The window is open from both ends here. High Noon coming in from Blink. Takes out the Lucio. J-Rat does die. Dis is instead killed as well. Frosty is taken out by Setup. And it looks like this might just be another hold here.
60 seconds remaining.
The Lionhardts have 60 seconds to get this payload to the end. And if they can't do it, then this match is going to be going to the Corsairs. Slowly stepping forward. Shield's already low for Brohawk here. Oh, Shatter's gonna come in. Brohawk is caught up in it. He gets taken out. Just as well, Frosty is taken out. And the DPS putting a lot of work. Blink gets two. J-Rock gets 2. Just the abilities from the tanks here, getting all this space, and J-Rock and Blink are able to capitalize very well. Now they're pushing very far forward. Massive Shatter. But the beat's going to come in absolutely counteracted. They only have 5 seconds to get to the point and touch it before the timer's going to go out. They're not going to be able to do it. Lucio touches! Overtime is triggered. The wall's going to come up. Benjamin is kind of caught up from the rest of his team. Immortality from both sides coming through. Another shatter going on, and then a grab coming in. But the DPS from both... Oh, but the DPS are not going to be enough. With just them surviving, it is a team kill onto the Corsairs. They only have one last chance to recontest here. It's just the Zarya and Whisper right now. Frosty and Whisper left to hold it out against the rest of the enemy team. Window's going to come out. The reinforcements start to arrive. Almost got knocked off the point there. Benjamin swinging in circles. Spin to win. Dragon's going to come through on the point. Gem is going to die by Frosty. A lot of kills coming through from the side of the Lionhardts. So much so that this might be enough to capitalize on it. The balls are just kind of knocking each other around. Benjamin lived for a long time, but the boop is end up going to be what ends him. And they're able to bring it all the way to the end in overtime.
Score 3-3.
They're not out of the running yet. They might have a worse time bank, but there is still a chance that the Lionhardts can take this to a 2-2 and go for a complete full sweep. It's unlikely, but it is an opportunity for them. They got it all the way to the end, and that's a very important thing, especially when it's starting to look like they might not be able to make it or might not even be able to touch at the end there. The Lucio comes in clutch, touches the point, and then from there they're able to wipe the floor, move forward, and push to the end. Even though we still see J-Rat and Blink running a lot of damage into this, they're able to get picks after picks.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
They're running the exact same composition as they were before. Pretty much seem to stick to the same thing, and the Lionhardts seem to be adapting to it somewhat. It's like they know exactly what to expect from the DPS. They're going to play the exact same two heroes for pretty much most of it. J-Rat doesn't seem to want to be playing Mei anymore after kind of the losses that they've had on the last map.
Attackers incoming.
As the door is open, looks like they're going to be holding at the corner once again, going around the tower this time. Rohog kind of just hanging back, contemplating what to do, waiting for his team to get ready. They kind of just storm right into the point. The Reinhardt battle ensues. Oh, counter pin there. Both knocked down. Immortality is going to come out, but it's going to fall pretty quickly. Benjamin's going to fall quickly after as well. And Jared is going to get a kill onto the Lucio. He's very even right now, but with the space that they're made, it's going to be hard for the Corsairs to get any kind of ground back. Rohog does get a double kill, a pin onto the Lucio, and then takes out J-Red as well. This is going to be taken out by Benjamin, but Blink is going to get killed by Aim Lens. Benjamin is also going to take out Rohog, and then Aim Lens is going to fall to Dash. It's looking like the tanks might have actually pulled it off all by themselves. Oh, but Whisper is just able to get on, just gets the Immortality field out. This allows the team to get back on. If they don't get knocked off the point first, the tanks are able to touch. This puts up a wall just to try to wall them off for a little bit. You see, it's kind of a big mess right now. Blink is able to get a kill. Whisper is taken out from Dash as well. The freeze comes in onto Dash, but he's able to get away. Beat's going to come out, and then freeze followed by Dis here. A grab is going to come. But it's the kills from J-Rat and Blink. They're going to get the kills needed to hold the point.
Score 3-3. Switching sides.
All that the Corsairs have to do is capture the first tick of the point. And if they can do that, then they'll have won the match here. Not the series. It's a little early for that.
Ready for battle.
Alright, this is going to be going back onto the Mei here. We have D still on the Lucio, and Rohog is still going to be running the Rhine. Whisper's going to be playing the Baptiste. We've been seeing him play that a lot. Frosty and Aim seem to be confused on what they want to play here, and they're running out of time to select their heroes. Only 30 seconds to pick and get back to the point. Frosty's going to be going with a Zarya. So another standard Rhine Zarya comp. And we're seeing something very different here from the Corsairs. We have Blink on the Bastion. And J-Rut on the Symmetra. No doubt they're going to be doing a teleport strat onto the top of the statue, if I had to imagine. But Ambulance is going to be on the Tracer. Could be a little bit difficult with that Mei, but then again, he might be able to pull away with Blink's kind of aim. It's very possible. Oh, he falls off the statue. And does get pinned and taken out quickly by Brohog. Unsuccessful strat there, but it was definitely worth a shot. It looks like with a lot of damage coming in onto the Corsairs, they're going to have to back out for now. The J-Rut's also kind of just chasing a Wrecking Ball around the map for a minute there. They're not holding the choke. They're kind of holding a little bit further back. Finally, Brohog does kind of step forward. He does get ready to hold. But the Bastion is back. His shield is not going to last long with that Bastion. The Wrecking Ball coming in, just causing a little bit of damage. Shields up, and the Immortality comes out quite early. There's a lot of damage coming in. Benjamin especially very low. Brohog does get stunned here. The Bastion is on the high ground, just kind of shooting down onto everybody, getting quite a bit of value in. Takes out Brohog. J-Rut goes for a couple of kills with their turrets. Benjamin with a couple of kills of actually 3 kills with his ultimate, and is going to go to the Corsairs.
Play of the game.
Let's just admire this play here. Quite a nice play. So we're going to go ahead and go into a break, and then we're going to get an interview with one of the players here. And I will be back in a couple of minutes. All right, coming back onto the other side of this break here, we're going to go ahead and do an interview with one of the players of the Corsairs here. And that's going to be Jam0110, who has volunteered to be the person that is going to be interviewed here. How are you doing here, Jam?
Fine. You can just call me Tom.
Okay, Tom. So you were one of the support players for the Corsairs here. Uh Not my original pick here. I was actually gonna go with Blink, but Blink and Jay and everyone else had to go, and they offered you.
Yeah,
So, yeah, you.
I got shifted down the list, man.
I mean, it's hard just like get the recognition like supports usually get from the games that they play, but just from what you're saying, you were playing the one plus playing like the Zenyatta and the Brig and everything there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, always the backliner. The heals, though, coming through from both you as well as your teammate there, you both put out a lot of great healing that really let your team go ahead and do all the work here. Um, so I, I didn't have any questions actually prepared here for you.
That's
Kind
fine.
of, that's kind of awkward.
I No, 100%. I want Blank just had to go, and I 100% will agree that Blank should have been in a slot, but it's just unlucky that they had to leave.
Oh well. So, just tell me, like, what do you think, like, your biggest effect on everything that was going on in the games was? Like, what roles did you think you had the greatest effect on?
What roles?
Yeah,
Like
like,
countering
yeah,
or
like
like
when,
helping?
well, why not both? Like, just, first, what do you feel like you did the best countering what the enemy team was throwing at you? How do you feel like you were able to keep up with the damage that was coming in and how well you were able to do it? Do you feel like it was the space that your tanks were creating? Was it all the room that your DPS absolutely wiping the floor with the enemies here? Made it pretty easy for you, I'd imagine, to stay in the back line, especially if you got a lot of support from them, I'd imagine, right?
No, I was still like I felt like I was still struggling throughout the scrim. Like the first couple of games were fine enough, but I felt like we're like once the enemy team started like figuring out like testing us and figuring out where we're at. I felt like they like were slowly like adapting, and it did get harder, and it was mostly just trying to keep up my Ryan and while simultaneously like trying to deal with that Will because the Will was really good that round.
They were changing up a lot of things. It looked like you were starting to struggle, especially at the end of that fight there. Um, what do you think was
Yeah.
starting to fall apart? Like as the later matches came up and as they were starting to actually really push into you and get that fight going, what do you feel like might have changed from them, or what you could have done earlier on to make it so that instead of a 3-1, it could have just been a 3-0 altogether?
I think it was a whole lot of like we were trying to control our main tank a bit more because it was mostly just like a fight because he's amazing on ball, and it was just mostly trying to get him to play the Rhine because we were doing really well on brawl, and it was mostly trying to push him more towards the Rhine, and it was just mostly trying to like just keep him alive because he was almost our win condition because if once he died we lost, and I felt like once he started shifting towards playing more ball, it was very much hard because the enemy team was just immediately able to counter it.
Then about your DPS lineup, they pretty much played the same thing throughout the whole game. Played McCree and Hanzo pretty much the whole time, except for that one point where JRET did switch over to May, and it did look like they were struggling a lot. Did you notice, like at the first point, the second point of Hanamura, a couple of their walls actually blocked off Benjamin from being able to back up into his team? Did you, as a healer, would like, did that kind of aggravate you? It's like, what the hell are you doing, May?
Yeah. Oh, it did aggravate me a little bit, especially when I saw my Rhine go critical and I popped Coalescence and then he got walled off. And our whole team had to scream drop wall because it was really aggravating because especially when I'm like I popped Coalescence for him and then it was very hard, but he was just much better on the Hanzo, and so instead of playing like meta, which was like probably mostly his right May Kree, we just had to stick with the was it Hanzo, which we lost freeze and we lost was it wall, but it was more or less just more damage, and he was just far better at.
Yeah, he was definitely clicking those heads in there. Um, But yeah, so I didn't really have many more questions. I just kind of going through like this standard stuff as what a healer would do. Obviously, they're the backbone of any Overwatch team that not a lot of people pay attention to, and you see that when they get picked off, it's pretty easy to lose the team fight from there. So thank you so much for your time, Tom.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Appreciate it. Also going to need some coaching on how to do interviews apparently because I'm very bad at them.
Oh, you're doing great.
All right, man, and
Better than
thanks
me, man.
for your time, man.
All right, have a good one.
You too, man. All right, and that's going to do it for today, guys. The final score, the Corsairs won 3-1 against the Lionhardts, and the Windy Wyverns won 3-1 against the Line Sinkers. So thanks to everybody who can make it out to the stream tonight. And we will see you all again on the next match